The Batman should not exist.
I'm sorry.
What? No, not the movie. Because at every turn in the film's 10-year development cycle, things went wrong. Welcome to how it was made. Development on the Batman actually started all the way back in 2013, when Ben Affleck was cast as Bruce Wayne for Batman v Superman. Because in that deal, Affleck was also promised a solo Batman movie of which he would get to direct. But as we all know, things went terribly wrong for that franchise, and over the next 6 years, Ben Affleck would talk less and less about this project. In 2017, he handed off the role of director to Matt Reeves, and then in 2019, he officially announced that he had completely separated himself from the project, which really came as a surprise to nobody because Reeves was already talking about how he wanted to do a younger Batman movie. It was then announced a couple months later that Robert Pattinson was cast as the titular character, and they were off to the races. They began filming in January of 2020, and it only lasted a total of 16 months. Yeah, for a frame of reference, most big budget blockbuster movies like this last a total of 8 months. So yeah, this doubled that. And it was all thanks to the pandemic. Boo, boring, snooze fest, every movie struggled during this time. However, this film had another unique pandemic crisis, and that came during the post-production process. See, Matt Reeves takes this time very seriously, and so their initial plan, where all the editors would go home and work off their home systems and essentially email drafts to Reeves, wasn't working out. So what they constructed to solve this issue was insane and will most likely never be seen again in the industry, because they took over an entire floor and essentially turned it into a huge brain, with a total of 9 different editing systems being installed. Reeves was alone in one room, and one by one different editors and assistants would screen share to his room as to not like overflow the system and maintain an efficient workflow, and have this entire floor essentially working as one big brain. And although this part of the story doesn't have the same flair as like the Ben Affleck dropping out does, the lengths this movie was willing to go to maintain a certain level of quality is insane. But then the film that took nearly 10 years to get made came out in 2022 and was an instant hit for DC. That's all for today. Let me know what movie or TV show you want me to talk about next. Follow for more.